This is something that should be basic, but because there are so many variables in different scenarios, it's hard to get it just right. But as always, we don't stop until we get it just right. We added a high-precision light sensor to both the front and back of the OnePlus 8T, which helps to get a more accurate read on the ambient light. We also stepped up the number of adjustment degrees to 8,192, the most on any Android phone. And we included an all-new AI algorithm for smoother brightness adjustment than ever before. Now, you might never notice any of this working, and that's kind of the point. Having something that works just the way it's supposed to is one less thing that you ever have to worry about. So that's the ultra-smooth 120 Hz display of the OnePlus 8T. A meticulously calibrated flat OLED panel. A refresh rate that runs so smoothly, you'll never see a lag or flicker. And color accuracy that even surpasses what your own eyes can see.
Actually, मुझे भी ना मतलब अगर आप कंपेयर करते हैं फ्लैट और कर्व में, तो फ्लैट को मैं प्रेफर करता हूँ डेफिनेटली। यहाँ पे 120 हर्ट्ज का स्क्रीन है OnePlus 8T पे, तो यार ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कंपेयर टू पुराना OnePlus 8। बाय द वे दोबारा आ गया हूँ तो स्वागत कर लो हमारा।
So how does the OnePlus 8T perform? Well, the specs here are just the beginning. Snapdragon 865, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of UFS 3.1 storage, dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, USB 3.1 for faster data transfer, and the same upgraded haptic engine as the OnePlus 8 series. Just about everything you would expect.
जो भी मतलब बेस्ट अवेलेबल है फिलहाल मार्केट में, I believe OnePlus 8T में हमको वो सब मिल रहा है यार अभी।
Now let's take an example, heat dissipation. Most people don't think about how a smartphone manages heat until they buy a phone, start using it all day, every day, and find that it gets uncomfortably warm from time to time. And for those of you who use your phone to the max, for example, with intensive gaming at a high refresh rate, you know exactly how important heat management is. Now, if we're giving you a flagship processor and other premium specs,
वैसे गाइस अगर आपने अभी तक मिस कर दिया है तो दोबारा से बताता हूँ, ये OnePlus 8T स्मार्टफोन आप में से किसी एक लकी व्यूअर को मिलने वाला है। ट्विटर पे जाओ, सीधा ट्वीट करो #OnePlus 8T 5G, #guess the price, इसकी प्राइस गेस करो, टैग करो मुझे और @OnePlus_IN, और कोई एक लकी व्यूअर जीत सकता है इसी फोन को। बाय द वे यहाँ पे फोन काफी ठंडा कूल चल रहा है सभी टॉप एंड हार्डवेयर को लेने के बाद में, और गेमिंग का मजा इनटू 100 है बिल्कुल एकदम।
With hardware like the ultra-smooth 120 Hz display and highly optimized, super clean software in Oxygen OS, OnePlus offers perhaps the best mobile gaming experience on any devices out there, including those so-called gaming phones. But we don't do all this alone. We're working with game developers and our community to raise the industry standards and create next-level gaming on a smartphone. This started with our launch of Gaming Mode and later Fanatic Mode, which minimizes background activity and blocks notifications and calls to help you stay focused while gaming. And following our recent Open Ears Forum in Seattle earlier this year, based on some great community feedback, we've added a new toolbox in GameSpace that enables users to quickly toggle on and off certain features like the screen recorder while gaming.
आप आजकल कौन सा वाला गेम खेल रहे हो? नीचे थोड़ा कमेंट करके बताओ यार, मैं पढ़ता हूँ, बिकॉज मुझे भी गेम इंस्टॉल करने हैं अपने फोन में। PUBG, Fortnite, 90 Hz.
You get the most out of them, especially with high refresh rate games. This May, we partnered with Epic Games to give users the power to play Fortnite at 90 FPS for the first time on a phone with the OnePlus 8 series. This was a huge milestone for both the smartphone and gaming industries. Now, Fortnite is an extremely demanding game on any platform. Most players are actually playing it on consoles like PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, neither of which can run the game at higher than 60 FPS. We worked together with Epic Games for months to make Fortnite the first major high-performance game in the world to reach 90 FPS on a smartphone. And while some devices have
Candy Crush
offering Fortnite to their users altogether, we're doubling down.
PUBG,
The
COC.
OnePlus 8 series and now the new OnePlus 8T both support Fortnite at 90 FPS. And we continue to explore even more optimizations to make Fortnite run better than ever on our devices. Now, whether you're deep into a game of Fortnite or watching videos on Netflix, the last thing you want to do is stop to charge your battery. The OnePlus 8T's got you covered. It has a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, which is bigger than the OnePlus
65.
8. And even with the snappier 120 Hz display, the OnePlus 8T will get you through the day with ease. And now a bigger battery is one thing, but who wants to waste time waiting for it to charge? Not all fast charging is the same. More than 4 years ago on the OnePlus 3, we introduced Fast Charge, which, unlike other charging technologies at the time, kept voltage low and moved the majority of the technology from the phone to the wall adapter, meaning we can ramp up the charging speed while keeping your phone cool, even while using it. And with the OnePlus 8T, we're taking our fast charging technology to a totally new level by more than doubling the speed of Warp Charge 30T to give you an ultra-fast charging experience. Say hello to Warp Charge 65, the fastest fast charging ever in a OnePlus device. Warp Charge 65 lets you charge the OnePlus 8T almost 60% in a quarter of an hour. That's a full day's power in just 15 minutes. You can see for yourself, the charging speed of the OnePlus 8T is on a level all its own. To make this possible, we totally changed our approach to charging technology by coming up with a new twin battery design. Now, instead of pumping all that power in a single battery, the OnePlus 8T actually contains 2 battery cells and channels the power into both simultaneously, so each one can run at more than 30 watts just on its own.
Charging into 2.
Along with 12 temperature sensors in the phone itself. Now we can double the speed while keeping everything cool and safe. And don't worry, even with charging this fast, the OnePlus 8T battery is designed to last. After 800 complete charging cycles, it will still be able to hold more than 80% of its initial capacity, far better than the industry norm. With Warp Charge 65, we also completely redesigned the power adapter, so it can handle all of our fast charging protocols. Warp Charge 65, 30T, 30, you name it. It uses USB-C, of course, and it can support up to 45 watts PD charging. So you can use it with a wide range of non-OnePlus devices, from a tablet to a Nintendo Switch, even mini laptops. This could be the only charger you ever need. So we're going to make it a...
By the way, मैंने Warp Charge 65 को यूज किया था अपने Mac को चार्ज करने के लिए, और मतलब एक USB-C चार्जर यार लेके कैरी करो ना, सब कुछ चार्ज करो, उसका मजा एकदम अलग ही हो जाता है पूरा.
So there you go, the OnePlus 8T with flagship specs across the board, just like you'd expect from us, but fit within a slim, lightweight body that always keeps us cool and charges so fast.
Price guess करना बिल्कुल मत भूलना. Guess the price. # OnePlus85G. ट्विटर पे जाओ, ट्वीट करो, टैग करो मुझे और OnePlus_IN पे. आप में से किसी एक को मिलने वाला है यार. Come on.
The OnePlus 8T is a 4-camera system with a 48-megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, a 16-megapixel ultra-wide, and dedicated macro and monochrome lenses. We continue to boost the camera's overall performance compared to the OnePlus 8, including color, dynamic range, and improved low-light photography. One thing we've noticed is that a lot of our users really like Nightscape mode. They don't always remember to switch over to it. Now the camera can automatically switch modes depending on the lighting.
Nightscape को improve किया, if I'm not wrong.
The 16-megapixel ultra-wide camera boasts an impressive 123-degree field of view, the widest we've ever put into a phone, letting you capture more than ever before in your photos. The 5-megapixel macro camera can also take some really great photos, as you can see here in these sample shots. We've enhanced video recording on the OnePlus 8 and added a range of useful new features. When you're taking photos in low-light situations, all you really need to do to get sharp photos is hold the camera steady and shoot. But it's not quite that easy for videos. So on the OnePlus 8T, we brought out the full potential of the advanced imaging sensor to solve this problem. It's a feature we call Video Nightscape. It's a bit like Nightscape photography. You can see here, it's dark and almost impossible to make out any detail. A switch on Video Nightscape mode, and it really comes to life. Something else a lot of people often want in video, and can get with professional video equipment, is a good bokeh effect, where people in the foreground come in nice and clear and the background looks softer. Smaller imaging sensors in phone cameras make that hard to replicate, but we managed to do it. On the OnePlus 8T, you get amazing video with people in the frame always coming in clear.
Guys, क्या लगता है आपको कि प्राइस क्या होने वाली है अभी OnePlus 8T की? कमेंट करो, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ.
To give you a huge boost in stability. It basically lets you ditch your gimbal.
60,000 कौन लिख रहा है भाई?
You can choose from different aspects.
60,000 दोनों होगा.
Including 16:9, or the more cinematic 21:9 aspect ratio. So that's the camera system. 4 lenses powered by our advanced video and photography software, and outfitted with automatic Nightscape mode, video Nightscape, video portrait focus, video tracking, and much more. Now, all that hardware we've been talking about is extremely important because it's the foundation of a smartphone. But one thing we really take pride in at OnePlus is giving you guys the best combination of hardware and software. We work extremely hard to make Oxygen OS flow as seamlessly as possible. And there's one guy who knows this inside and out. So let's come back over here and talk to Brian, who has extensive hands-on experience with OnePlus' software design and product. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Ryan.
Give us a bit of insight into Oxygen OS.
Sure. We started with a small team back in 2014. And
Guys, जितना मेरे को याद है ना ऑक्सीजन ओएस का मतलब जब से OnePlus ने यूज करना इसको स्टार्ट किया मैंने हमेशा से बोला है कि इट इज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स बिकॉज स्टॉक लाइक फील विद एडेड बेनिफिट्स। तो मतलब यार आई थिंक आप में से भी सभी लोग ऑक्सीजन ओएस को तो पसंद करते होंगे। मैंने भी अभी जो नया वाला ऑक्सीजन ओएस 11 है उसको भी यूज किया OnePlus 80 में। तो मतलब जो और हमको इंप्रूवमेंट्स मिले ना वो बहुत अच्छी बात है। और यहाँ पे एंड्रॉइड 11 पे ये बेस्ड है माइंड यू। तो मतलब डेफिनेटली ऑक्सीजन ओएस 11 जब आप इसको यूज करेंगे तो मजा तो आपको बहुत आने वाला है।
We get from them is always
इसी बात पे एक लाइक भी कर दो यार। यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ 15,000 व्यूअर्स हो गए हम लेकिन लाइक सिर्फ 12,000। बड़ी नाइंसाफी है भाई, ऐसे कैसे पॉसिबल होगा कि लाइक कम और व्यूअर्स ज्यादा? बराबर कर दो ना। और बाय द वे प्राइस गेस करो यहाँ पे क्या लिख रहे हैं लोग? लिख रहे हैं 30,000। 30,000 पे नॉट मिलता है यार, OnePlus 80 थोड़ा ना मिलता है। थोड़ा सही गेस करो, कम ऑन। अगर आपको फोन जीतना है ट्विटर के ऊपर जाके ट्वीट भी करो तो हैशटैग यूज करो OnePlus 80 5G, hashtag guess the price @technical Guruji और @OnePlus_IN पे टैग करो। लेट्स सी कौन सही गेस करता है। 52 गलत जवाब है, 50 भी गलत जवाब है। मतलब गेस करो, लेट्स सी कि सही प्राइस क्या होती है।
super responsive UI.
Guys, अगर आप ऑक्सीजन ओएस को पसंद करते हो ना तो मुझे आप जल्दी से यहाँ पे yes लिख के बताओ। हाँ, yes, दिल, टिक मार्क, जो मन करे वो लिखो यहाँ पे। लेट्स सी कि ऑक्सीजन ओएस को कितने लोग पसंद करते हैं। yes आना स्टार्ट हो गया। अब सबके सब yes, 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 yes। चलो विनोद लिखो।
OnePlus is proud to consistently be among the first companies to bring the newest versions of Android to our users. In fact, the OnePlus 80 is the first global smartphone not manufactured by Google to launch with Android 11 out of the box. Now, this is a huge accomplishment for us as a company, but also for OnePlus users.
Android 11.
You know that when you buy a OnePlus device, you'll always stay ahead of the game when it comes to the software experience. Brian, Oxygen OS 11 is better than ever before, and one thing that's really improved is the layout. So now it's more easy and more intuitive to use with one hand.
Yeah, right. So we're always looking for ways to make it easier to use. And let me tell you something a little nerdy but interesting. So we mapped out the key touch points and the functional areas across the whole display using some data from users all over the world. And then that helped us to identify the where information to be displayed.
मेरे को ना OnePlus की चीज अच्छी लगती है बहुत ज्यादा कि जो कम्युनिटी से फीडबैक OnePlus लेता है ना, जो कम्युनिटी से कंट्रीब्यूशन मिलता है जिसके बाद में अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को और OnePlus इंप्रूव करता है। फॉर एग्जांपल ऑक्सीजन ओएस यहाँ पे जो फीडबैक मिलता है उसी को इंटरप्रेट करते हुए नए नए फीचर्स लेके आता है ना, ये डेफिनेटली अच्छा लगता है। मतलब हमको ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे हमने कुछ सजेस्ट किया और वो फीचर फोन में आ गया। और ये करते करते ऑक्सीजन ओएस जब स्टार्ट हुआ तब से लेके अभी तक आई थिंक कि काफी अच्छे से एनहांस किया है OnePlus ने।
Early beta users are now telling us that they can really see the benefit of these changes.
Yeah, that is right. But Oxygen OS 11 offers so much more scale. It's loaded with a ton of new features that we feel really add to user experience.
Yeah, so let's talk about one of the most significant new features of Oxygen.
नए वाले फीचर्स क्या क्या हैं? Let's see.
Always on display. Now, a lot of companies offer AOD, but we took our time bringing it to our users so we could offer them even more. So we offer 11 clock faces and the typical information like weather, calendar, notifications, but we've also got some really interesting AOD options to let people customize their experience. So Brian, tell us about the first one.
Sure. This one is called Insight AOD, and then we created this with the student from the person school.
आपको पसंद आ रहा है ये वाला?
And the Insight AOD
काफी different design है ना?
tells you how much you're using your phone. So this feature basically translates the time into this color bar, and every time you unlock the phone, it makes the mark on this bar. So longer you use the phone, the more of these marks you see here. And then you may consider using your phone last to focus on something more important if there are many marks on this bar.
Yeah,
digital well-being definitely बहुत जरूरी है यार। मतलब फोन सब कंपनीज बनाती है लेकिन सब कंपनीज एट द एंड मतलब चाहती हैं शायद, या पता नहीं, लेकिन OnePlus का तो डेफिनेटली इन्होंने ये किया है कि भाई आप फोन को ना कम यूज करो, मतलब थोड़ा नॉर्मल लाइफ में भी एंजॉय करना मतलब बेटर है ना. ये क्या है, स्केच?
You see, it turns a photo of someone special in your life, in this case it's me, into the artistic sketch. And if you unlock the phone, see, this sketch will morph into the real picture.
Yeah, that's really cool. And there's one other really cool AOD option and a new partnership that we're excited to launch alongside.
ये जरा स्केच से सीधा फोटो में आता है, वो अच्छा है यार.
Snapchat and Bitmoji to launch Bitmoji AOD for OxygenOS 11. So after 6 months of close collaboration, we're excited to finally integrate some really cool Bitmoji features into OxygenOS as well. I'm really excited to introduce Bob Blackstock, CEO and creative director of Bitmoji, to tell you more about this really cool partnership.
Hi everybody, I'm Bob, the CEO and creative director of Bitmoji.
ये अच्छा है यार, मतलब आप अपने ऑलवेज ऑन डिस्प्ले को कस्टमाइज कर सकते हो अपने बिटमोजी एवटार से. सामने जो आपको सामने लगता है वो आप सीधा लॉक स्क्रीन पे लगा दो, ऑलवेज ऑन डिस्प्ले. और इनफैक्ट जो बाकी ऑप्शंस है वो भी अच्छे हैं यार. मतलब OnePlus लेट लेके आया, लेकिन आई थिंक काफी सारे ऑप्शंस एक साथ लेके आया ऑलवेज ऑन डिस्प्ले में, OxygenOS 11 के साथ भी.
Whether you're looking in a mirror.
आप यूज करते हो बाय द वे बिटमोजी, मतलब अपना आपने ऐसा कुछ बनाया है एवटार?
With Bitmoji, we're bringing that experience into the digital world to humanize our everyday interactions and empower millions of people globally.
सब लोग यस 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 लिख रहे हैं. और क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे? हाय हेलो लव यू यस, हाय हेलो लव यू यस. प्राइस गेस कर लो एक बार, वापस आपको बताया था बीच में आखिरी मौका इस फोन को जीतने का सीधा ट्विटर पे जाते हुए, बिकॉज प्राइस आ जाएगी थोड़ी देर में, उसके बाद में कॉन्टेस्ट खत्म हो जाएगा. तो जब तक प्राइस ना आए तब तक आप ट्वीट कर सकते हो @technicalguruji, @OnePlus_IN, बेसिकली OnePlus India, और #OnePlus85G, #guess the price. इस फोन की प्राइस क्या है वो आप ट्वीट करो और लेट्स सी किसकी प्राइस सही होती है. मैं काश आपको बता पाता, लेकिन मैं कोई हिंट नहीं दे पाऊंगा. भाई हम आपकी कोई मदद नहीं कर सकते, अब आप खुद से सोचो क्या प्राइस होगी.
It comes down to two things. First, people love to personalize their smartphones to show their individuality. And second, people are really conscious of privacy, especially where they show their personal data.
Privacy.
So this is where digital avatars come in. They balance that personalization and privacy. So Brian, tell us exactly what this Bitmoji AOD does.
Sure. It is a kind of a mini me in your phone. So once you create your avatar, the Bitmoji AOD will adopt to different scenarios to match what you are doing right now. And for example, if you are listening to music, your Bitmoji will too. Or if you play a game, then your Bitmoji will too.
ये cool है यार.
If you go out when it's raining,
अलग-अलग एक्टिविटीज के साथ में मिलता हुआ Bitmoji avatar.
And it adapts to the time of the day and the weather based on your location and the activities through the whole day, which is pretty fun, I think.
And we're also going to be building some other new features for Bitmoji and OxygenOS as well, like the new Bitmoji button in OnePlus Gallery.
Exactly. So Bitmoji button offers quick access to tons of Bitmoji stickers to add your photos and screenshots, which is right in the gallery app.
And because Snapchat and Bitmoji are really good when it comes to the camera experience, we've also worked together to optimize the OnePlus camera experience in Snapchat. So now photos and videos are sharper and crisper no matter where you are. Another feature we should highlight is the new live wallpaper.
Exactly. At first glance, it looks pretty nice.
Guys, आपको कैसा लग रहा है OnePlus 8T अभी जैसा OnePlus ने इम्प्रूव किया है कंपेयर टू OnePlus 8? आपको इसमें क्या क्या चीजें अच्छी लग रही हैं, थोड़ा सा वो भी फीडबैक दो यार. और बाकी क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे? तो चैट में बातें चल रही है इधर. लोग इतने ज्यादा ऐसे. गाइस अगेन सुपर चैट मत भेजो अभी, बिकॉज मैं इधर ही बात कर रहा हूँ, तो आपसे बात तो बाद में करूंगा, तो प्लीज सुपर चैट मत भेजो.
We talked a bit about digital well-being, and OnePlus has a really unique feature that has become pretty popular since we introduced it last year.
Zen Mode.
Now I'm talking about Zen Mode, of course.
Yeah, Zen Mode.
सही जवाब.
It's basically disabling your phone to help you to focus on something more important. And we got way better feedback than we expected. So many people love these features, but we still wanted to improve it. Originally, Zen Mode was defaulted to 20-minute sessions, but some people wanted to option to customize that the time. So now you can set it all the way up to the 120 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many people will actually be able to disconnect for up to 2 hours.
क्या आप अपने फोन से 2 घंटे तक दूर रह सकते हैं दोस्तों? क्या आप रहना चाहेंगे कभी? बताओ इधर क्या है आपका फीडबैक.
invite your friends to join you in zenning out.
Right. That way you can focus on
ग्रुप्स बना के और सबको एक साथ zen मोड में डाल दो. मतलब अगर आप कहीं पार्टी में हैं शायद आई थिंक, या पार्टी मतलब नहीं, पार्टी में तो ठीक है, बट अदरवाइज अगर आप कहीं डिनर पे हैं या अगर आप कहीं बात कर रहे हैं तो सभी फ्रेंड्स के सभी फोन्स में zen मोड, ताकि सब लोग बातों पे फोकस कर पाए. कोई वो ऐसा फोन के ऊपर जो है वो रख के बिजी ना हो बेसिकली.
Right.
Now, those are just some of the highlights of Oxygen.
नए फीचर्स हैं यार, काफी नए फीचर्स हैं वैसे ना.
Experience a range of custom
Clean
options,
Android.
convenient new features, and so much Zen, even with your friends. The OnePlus AT is a true flagship smartphone. It gives you ultra-fast charging with Warp Charge 65, our fastest charging technology ever, and ultra-smooth scrolling.
Guess the price. क्या होगी प्राइस, क्या होगी?
For an incredibly powerful smartphone experience. With the OnePlus AT, ultra stops at nothing.
अब प्रोडक्ट फिल्म और फिर प्राइस आएगी. क्या लिख रहे हैं? 50,000 थोड़ी ना यार प्राइस. अभी दूसरा वाला बाकी है, आपके लिए यही है. इसका बताऊंगा क्या करना है, कैसे होगा इसका.
Before we move on, there's one more really exciting thing to tell you about. Augmented reality is one of the coolest technologies out there for immersive content.
OnePlus World.
It just keeps getting better. OnePlus is excited to have partnered with an amazing company out of Australia called Foria, a team dedicated to taking immersive AR experiences to the next level.
ये क्या है?
Foria are the creators of Rewild, an award-winning AR nature series based on one of my personal favorite Netflix series, Our Planet, narrated by the legendary Sir David Attenborough. Rewild launched internationally last April in partnership with WWF, transforming physical museums into AR biomes, where visitors can work together to virtually reverse the loss of nature. It's a really powerful experience in a physical setting like a museum, with visitors interacting with each other. But with many museums closed in recent months, Foria and OnePlus have been working together with Google and Netflix to bring the Rewild experience into living rooms around the world through immersive AR storytelling. Rewild is available as an app for smartphones everywhere, but OnePlus and Foria have teamed up to deliver an even better AR experience on OnePlus devices from the OnePlus 7 and up. We've created a special mode called Oxygen Mode, which effectively doubles the resolution to ultra high definition while running 4K AR content and millions of polygons around you, which means you can even have a very realistic polar bear
ये try करना पड़ेगा यार, ये बड़ी सही
right there in your living room. We're really excited to hear what you think about the Rewild AR experience. Go download the app today and try out Oxygen Mode for yourself.
ये try करना यार.
Before we wrap up, we got a couple more things that can make your OnePlus AT experience even better. The first one is our newest true wireless headphones, the OnePlus Buds Z. These new headphones come with an in-ear design, something many of you have been asking for. With a more ergonomic design and interchangeable silicone
इसकी प्राइस क्या होगी ये guess करो.
You can get a nice tight seal to block out external noise, giving you great sound with powerful bass. They weigh just 4.35 grams, so even if you're wearing them for extended periods of time, they'll be very comfortable. And with an IP55 rating for water and dust resistance, some of the best protection for any true wireless headphones on the market, you can use them pretty much anywhere, anytime, from the most intense home workouts to socially distanced jogging or any other safe outdoor activities. Of course, when it comes to headphones, there's nothing more important than sound quality. We've equipped the OnePlus Buds Z with a 10mm dynamic driver, together with Dolby Atmos and our own bass boost technology, to deliver deep bass and clear vocals, so you can enjoy enhanced depth and detail in every beat. Combined with a charging case, you'll get 20 hours of battery life. And even better, just 10 minutes of fast charging lets you listen for 3 hours. The OnePlus Buds Z includes still more great features, like impressive low latency of just 103 milliseconds, automatic pausing when you take them out, and touch controls that support Google Assistant. And we're excited to have worked with an extremely talented designer to bring you a special edition of the OnePlus Buds Z. If you know that contemporary Californian psychedelic pop aesthetic, odds are that you know Stephen Harrington. He's best known for his bright, iconic style that encourages a two-way conversation between the artist and the viewer.
ये cool लग रहा है यार.
Over the past few
ऐसा
years,
कुछ
he's exhibited
मतलब
artwork
design निकल के
around
आता
the
है,
world
bright.
with some of the coolest brands out there, including Nike, Beats by Dre, Colette, and more. And now he's working with OnePlus to bring his iconic palm trees and mellow character to this special edition. Aside from the Stephen Harrington edition, the OnePlus Buds come in two classic colors, white and gray.
कैसा लगा यार? इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है ना. आई थिंक प्राइस भी कम रखेगा OnePlus बट Z की, मतलब जितना मैं गेस कर रहा हूँ अभी के लिए, जो हमने लीक्स भी देखे थे. फास्ट पेयरिंग. Guess.
The Buds start at $49.99. We also have some really great cases for the OnePlus 8T,
India?
including the classic sandstone and carbon bumper cases to give your phone a bit of added protection, as well as a special edition quantum bumper case.
ये मैंने
that
try
features a
किया है.
unique translucent circuit
Crazy
board
है ये
design.
वाला एकदम, मतलब
The
वो लगता है
vehicle
साइबॉर्ग
starts at
जैसा.
$24.99. And finally, what you've all been waiting for, the
Price.
price of the all-new OnePlus 8T. In Europe, we have two versions of the OnePlus 8T. You'll be able to get your hands on the 8 plus 128 gigabyte version for €599, while the 12 plus 256 gigabyte version will be €699. They'll be available starting October 20th. And in North America, we're bringing you the most powerful 12 plus 256 gigabyte version for $749, starting from October 23rd. And in India, the 8 plus 128 gigabyte version will sell for $42,999.
Guys, ये OnePlus 8 से भी सस्ता है यार.
256 gigabyte
42,999
will
और
be 45,999
45,999
rupees.
दुनिया में मतलब
Early
सबसे
access
चीप
sales start
इंडिया में मिल
October
रहा है.
16 for Amazon Prime
ये
users
इंटरेस्टिंग है.
and on OnePlus.in with open sales starting October 17th. Okay, now that you know
किसका
the
guess
price
सही
of
निकला?
OnePlus 8T and when it's going to be available, usually we'd be calling it a day at this point. But for all of you watching in India, we've got a few more exciting things to share with you. So don't go quite yet, especially all of you Red Cable Club members. OnePlus is a brand built for and by the community. To thank you for the support you've shown us over the years, and to make your continued support even more worthwhile, we launched the Red Cable Club in India in 2019. What better way to symbolize the connection between OnePlus and the community than with the iconic red cable? Well, that cable keeps getting longer too. The Red Cable Club has quickly grown into a community of more than 2 million verified members in India in just 1 year. Now, this may have started as a small idea for smartphone users, but it's become such an important part of who OnePlus is and who we strive to be together with you. And today we're thrilled to
Guys,
introduce Red
by the
Cable
way,
Pro
आप
subscription plans
OnePlus
to
वर्ल्ड में
further
जा
enhance
सकते हो
your
अभी इस
experience.
इवेंट के बाद, बिकॉज नॉर्मली जो पॉपअप वगैरह होता है वो अभी तो चल नहीं रहा है, लेकिन OnePlus वर्ल्ड में जाके आप एकदम अच्छे से एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो. पॉपअप जो है वो एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हो, डिवाइस को एक्सपीरियंस करके आप सीधा वहीं से परचेज भी कर सकते हो. तो वो सारे ऑप्शंस OnePlus वर्ल्ड में अवेलेबल हैं, आप जाके उसको एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो. अगर आपका कोई भी इस फोन के बारे में जरा सा भी अगर इंटरेस्ट है तो आई थिंक वो एक बहुत ही अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग एक्सपीरियंस रहेगा, जहाँ पे मतलब एक अलग ही दुनिया बना रखी है OnePlus ने OnePlus वर्ल्ड में, जहाँ पे आप जाके अच्छे से एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो. पॉपअप वगैरह या AR अनबॉक्सिंग वगैरह वो सब आपको वहां पे मिलेंगी.
All channels we mentioned earlier, including the new OnePlus Store app. And who can forget the Bullets Wireless Z, the powerful yet affordable wireless earphones we launched alongside the OnePlus 8 series earlier this year. We'll say hello to a new edition available exclusively in India, the Bullets Wireless Z Base Edition.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, it's not just all about that bass. This edition comes with plenty of other upgrades as well. Our acoustics team has re-engineered this new model for much better bass reproduction, so you get the most out of your favorite music. We handpicked a more advanced chipset to reduce audio-video latency down to 100 milliseconds, outperforming most competition and allowing you to game more seamlessly than ever when you're.
ये नया आ रहा है ना इंडिया में यार ये.
And to give you the power to chat all day among the busiest streets from Bangalore to Delhi, the built-in microphone has now been enhanced with environmental noise-canceling algorithms to ensure your friends or business partners hear your voice perfectly on the receiving end. The new model will come in 2 striking new colorways, Reverb Red and Bass Blue. at the amazing price of $1,999. The same price and sold alongside the regular edition. We also want to let you know about some exciting developments on the software side. But this time, we're talking to you OnePlus TV users out there. Most of the time, when you buy a smart TV, the software that comes on it when you take it out of the box is a software you're stuck with for the long haul. Rarely does a company...
Guys, by the way, अभी चलो प्राइस तो गेस हो गया है और विनर्स जो है वो OnePlus टीम पिक कर लेगी, लेकिन आपके लिए एक और OnePlus 8T स्मार्टफोन है मेरे पास में और करना आपको बहुत आसान काम है बिकॉज अभी आप फोन के बारे में जान चुके हो सब कुछ कि क्या क्या फीचर्स हैं किस किस प्राइस पे, तो आप सीधा जाओ ट्विटर के ऊपर और हैशटैग यूज करो OnePlus 8T 5G @technical Guruji और @OnePlus_IN पे उनको टैग करो, मुझे बेसिकली और OnePlus इंडिया को, और आपका फेवरेट फीचर क्या है वो आप पोस्ट कर सकते हो. लेट्स सी कि किसको रैंडमली एक जो फोन है ये वाला ये मिल पाता है बिकॉज बहुत सारे फीचर्स हैं फोन में. लेट्स सी कि आपका फेवरेट फीचर कौन सा है, जो आपका मन करे वो आप जाके ट्विटर पे जाके ट्वीट करने के बाद में इस फोन को जीतने का अपना एक चांस और बढ़ा सकते हैं.
So next time you want to watch TV after your family members go to bed, you can listen to even the noisiest action movies on your OnePlus TV with your wireless headphones without disturbing anyone around you. And speaking of content, with the new tvOS update, we've added new features to give you quicker access to your favorite shows on a variety of platforms through Oxygen Play. For example, we've added a Prime Video tag to make it even easier to find great shows from Prime Video, including Dolby Vision content. You can also get more personalized recommendations by logging into Oxygen Play with your OnePlus account. All these new updates to OnePlus TV may tempt you to stay glued to your TV for longer than usual, especially during these unprecedented times. But after this pandemic is over, I'm sure you're going to be very ready to get out and about again. And once it's safe to do so, we're going to be so ready to welcome you back with open arms in our OnePlus Experience stores. Not long ago, we showed you the vision of OnePlus's new store to be built in Hyderabad. Community members at the announcement event were cheering so loudly for so long it was just crazy. And that's when we knew we can't let this be just any other store. If there was so much excitement at the sight of the concept render, we knew that we couldn't let the community down. No pressure, right? OnePlus has been building its offline presence in India for a while. And we felt like now is the time to take it up a notch and deliver a truly premium retail experience for you. And what better place than Hyderabad, right? India is becoming such a prominent global
OnePlus Experience Store, Hyderabad.
The booming tech culture of Hyderabad. So last but certainly not least, today we're honored to present the first of its kind and truly remarkable architectural achievement, the newest landmark in Hyderabad and the pride of the OnePlus community, the OnePlus Nizam Palace, Hyderabad.
Oh.
The store design is a metaphor of OnePlus's journey. The outer aluminum facade symbolizes a bright future. Right behind it is a steady red brick wall representing the strong foundation of our loyal community and OnePlus's impenetrable core values. The store has been designed to welcome in natural sunlight to brighten the building throughout the day. Thanks to the combination of white aluminum.
यार ये तो मतलब I think सबसे बड़ा experience center होगा ना OnePlus का.
What OnePlus was, is, and will be for our community. That's all for this time. We're really excited to bring you our latest flagship smartphone, the OnePlus 8T. We look forward to hearing your feedback, so hit us up on our social media channels. Stay safe wherever you are, and as always, never settle.
सेटल तो होना ही नहीं है, नेवर सेटल. तो ये था यार गाइस कंप्लीट एक्सपीरियंस OnePlus 8T.
Oh, hey,
क्या हो गया?
Here. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the very end. I know you've got a million things to get back to, but we wanted to give you a little token of our appreciation. Enjoy.
मेरे पास तो रखा ही है एनीवेज. ये है OnePlus 8T 5G. तो ओके,
on your location and the activities.
एनीवेज, तो यहाँ पे दोस्तों ये हुई है कहानी पूरी खत्म. आप जाके OnePlus वर्ल्ड पे चेकआउट कर सकते हैं OnePlus 8T स्मार्टफोन को. गिव अवे जो दूसरा वाला है वो है आपको पता लगा के सोच के अपने दिमाग से पूरी समझ से बताना है कि आपका फेवरेट फीचर क्या है. ट्वीट आप कर सकते हैं @OnePlus_IN और @Technical Guruji को टैग करने के बाद में हैशटैग यूज करते हुए OnePlus 8T 5G. अभी यहाँ पे हम बातें थोड़ी बहुत कर सकते हैं बिफोर आई गो. और आज क्या हो गया, वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आया शायद. मैंने हालांकि अनबॉक्सिंग पोस्ट कर दी है, तो अगर आपने अनबॉक्सिंग नहीं देखी है तो जाके देखो यार, बिकॉज नोटिफिकेशन गया नहीं है आज वीडियो का. और लाइव भी हम बीच में अटक गए थे एक बार, और उसके बाद में दूसरी बार आई थिंक अभी तक तो शायद सही चल रहा है, बट हाँ तो अभी चल रहे हैं, सब लोग लिख रहे हैं हाय हेलो हाय हेलो हाय हेलो हाय हेलो। विनोद विनोद गाइस क्या कहते हो, कैसा लगा आपको पूरा सीन? और अगर आप ऐसा प्लान करते हो तो मैं दोबारा से लाइव आने का प्लान कर सकता हूं, और बिकॉज मैंने पूरा सेटअप बना लिया है अभी इस लाइव के लिए, मैंने घर बनाया था, तो हम लाइव बातें कर सकते हैं, हम लाइव ऐसे ही इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज काफी चलेगा आपसे बात करके। मैं लास्ट टाइम भी लाइव जब आया था तो मैं एक बार बीच में आया था अभी पेंडेमिक के टाइम पे ही, एक इंटरेक्शन हमने किया था लाइव, लेकिन अभी आई थिंक ये सेटअप थोड़ा सा कंपैरेटिवली बेटर रहेगा बात करने के लिए। तो आप बताओ कि क्या आपके मन की बातें हैं यहाँ पे, आप बताओ कि क्या हम प्लान कर सकते हैं फ्यूचर में लाइव स्ट्रीम्स, अगर हाँ तो जरूर। एंड एनीवेज थैंक्स अ लॉट अभी तक साथ निभाने के लिए। मैं आपसे मिलता हूं जल्दी ही मेरे अगले वीडियो में, जो कि बहुत मजेदार और मसलदार इंटू 100 होगा। तो दोस्तों बस वीडियो में इतना ही, देखने के लिए आपको धन्यवाद। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको वीडियो पसंद आया होगा। अगर आपका कोई सारा सुझाव हो तो आप नीचे कमेंट करना मत भूलिएगा। अगर आपने वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर नहीं किया है तो लाइक भी कर दीजिए, शेयर भी कर दीजिए, और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना बिल्कुल मत भूलिएगा, क्योंकि मैं आपके लिए ऐसी ही मतलब लाइव तो कभी कभार लेकिन इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियोस लेके आता रहता हूं। दूसरा वीडियो में इतना ही। जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम।